Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be talking about buyer communication, different ways in which you can connect with buyers through the site and they can connect with you. The majority of all communication between brands and buyers will take place over email. There is a video and chat feature which we will talk about at the end of this video. First, we'll be talking about some of the ways in which you can see a buyer profile. Buyer profile pages do include their email addresses, and which allows you to email them. A buyer must take an action in order to connect with you. So first of all, we'll be talking about the request to connect. As you can see here on this page, I am logged in as a buyer and I'm on the PopoCats page. After a certain amount of time, there will be a prompt that will ask the buyer as they're viewing both your profile and your collection page if they would like to say hello. If they click on maybe later, this will disappear and it will reappear again in a few minutes. If they click yes please, it will go away for the buyer. Now let's see what happens when you view that as a brand. So first, when a buyer requests to connect, you will receive an email to the account holder email address, which is your username. It will come from Ribbon. It will say the name of the buyer is interested in connecting with you. And it will say, click here to view lead, which will take you to the site to log in and view your analytics. So let's go there now. So here I am logged into my brand page. I'm going to click on the gray circle up here and click on analytics. Down here, we will see requested to connect. This will be in list form as buyers request to connect with you. You will see the buyer's name and their store and the date that they requested to connect. You can click on their name and it will take you to their profile page. Apologies that my buyer profile has not been filled out to its fullest. But here you will see their email address written out. You can also click on this email button, which will force open your mail program, or you can just use the link here to reach out. Another way that you may see a buyer's information is if they favorite you, your brand, or one of your products. So again, here I am logged in as a buyer and I'm going to favorite one of the PopoCat products. So you will not receive an email notification when someone favorites your brand or one of your products, but you will see that in your notifications. So let's go there now. So again, here I am logged into my brand page. I'm going to click on the gray circle, analytics, and down here you'll see bookmarked your products. This will show you the store name, which was my company name, and you can click on this arrow to see the buyer name and that we favorited one product, and then you can click on show products to show which product had been favorited. And again, the buyer name is hyperlinked, so you can click on this to go to the buyer profile and view their email address. Another great way to see buyer email addresses is on orders. So if we're logged into our page, click on the gray circle and click on orders, and this will work for both draft orders and fulfilled orders. You can click on any purchase order, whether it's a draft or fulfilled or confirmed. Click on view PO, and this will take you, here's your information, and then the customer information, and here you will find their email address, and this will be their phone number. We always recommend reaching out to a buyer after they've submitted an order, and even while they're in the draft order phase, you can reach out to them to see if they have any questions or if they'd like more information. And then after they place their order and you've charged for it or in the process of, it's always great to keep in communication, letting them know at which stage their order is in. There will be some instances where you will not receive a link to a buyer profile or their contact information. This has to do with page views and product views, which you can see on your analytics page, which is here. As in here, you can see 1 profile view and 5 products viewed. These are not clickable, it's just a tally to show you how many views you've received. You will receive an email notification when someone has viewed your page. The email will come from Ribbon and say, look who's checking you out. In the body of the email, it will let you know the store name only, not the buyer name, of who's been viewing your page. You will also receive email notifications for orders, which we go over in the analytics email. We also go over a lot more of these analytics in detail in the analytics and purchase order video, which is linked in the exhibitor manual. Next, we're going to talk about one of the direct ways a buyer can reach out to you, which is by clicking on the email button on your profile page. Again, here I am logged in as a buyer, and I can click on this email button. This will automatically pop up an email inquiry form that I can send to PopoCats, the brand. Here is the PopoCats email address. Then my information, my buyer information, is pre-filled out with my email, my company name, and my name. And I can start typing a message. Hello. And hit send. So when a buyer uses that inquiry email button to send you an inquiry email, here is the email that you will receive. They will be CC'd on this email chain. It'll have the two that they filled out from the store name, the buyer email address, subject, what they wrote in the subject line, and the inquiry. So here you can copy this email address to start a thread and reply to them. A new feature that is not live yet will be a calendar icon right here on your profile page, similar to these other four. When a buyer clicks on this calendar icon, a very similar inquiry form will appear here. Instead of the inquiry, there will be a calendar request, and this will be a request for a meeting. So a buyer may select a date and a time, be displayed down here, and send the appointment request to you. You will receive a very similar email to the one that I just showed you about the inquiry here, but instead it'll have their desired appointment request time with their email address so that you may contact them to set up a meeting. Next, we have the video chat request feature. There are a few different ways that the video chat feature can be used. Buyers may click on this icon and request a video chat with you. They can click on this send chat request, which will automatically launch the video chat room for the buyer. In real time, you will receive an email that someone would like to video chat with you now. This is going to let you know that they've initiated the request and you have roughly 5 minutes to join the call. Or you may respond to them and coordinate another time. You can click on this link here to be taken straight to the video chat room that they are already in. You may be prompted to log in first. Here is the message after clicking on send chat request that a buyer will see. It'll have the link to that same video chat room with a note letting them know that if they don't receive an answer within roughly 5 minutes, that you, the brand, may be busy or on another call, and that you'll be in touch to follow up. One of the more popular ways we've seen brands utilize the video chat function is by pre-scheduling conference calls or collection previews. Instead of waiting for requests from buyers, you may work in advance of the show to schedule meetings by emailing your buyer list and letting them know your availability or announcing special video presentations, such as join us for a collection review Monday at 3 p.m. If you are the one setting the video call, either for a collection review or a meeting that a buyer requested to have with you, you would go to your own page. You will see the video icon here. You would click on it roughly 5 minutes prior to your scheduled meeting time. The links do expire after a bit, which is why we recommend not clicking on the video icon until 5 minutes before your scheduled time. You may still need to say send chat request to yourself. This will open up the chat room. You can go back to your page to see the pop-up and get the link for the video chat room right here. You would take this link here and copy and paste it and email it either to the people that you're having a meeting with or to the people that you're going to be presenting to, etc. Now let's talk about working with the chat room. You may notice that your browser might have a message that says pop-ups not allowed. You will need to allow your browser to have pop-ups for this site. It will ask you which camera and which microphone you would like to use for the video call. You say allow, and then it'll take you into the chat room. So when you first enter, you'll be able to see who's in the chat room currently along the right-hand side here under attendees. This is us. You may completely forego the video. I do not have the video on. I will show you how to turn it on in the audio, but you may instead choose to type chat only, which you may do down here in this box. First, you will want to check that your microphone is on. You can click the microphone, turning it off. When it is white like this, that means it's off, and it shows that we are muted. You can click the microphone again to turn it back on, and you can click on this arrow here to change. I have two different microphones that I can choose between. The same will go for the video. You can choose which cameras you'd like to use, and then you may click the video to turn it on. All of the video chat will appear here. You may use this button to share your screen. And again, it'll ask you to do a pop-up. Do you want to share this window or your whole screen? You can pause everything. You can turn the audio off. Don't want to hear any more sound. And then you can hang up the call by pressing the leave meeting button here. So again, click on the microphone to mute yourself. Click it back so that you may speak. Click on the video to initiate video. Click it off to make it stop. Use this button to share your screen, this button to pause, and this button to turn the audio on or off that is coming out of your speakers, and the red button to leave the meeting. This video chat icon may not appear right away on your profile page. However, once it does, we strongly recommend clicking on it and playing with the video chat prior to the kickoff. That's everything regarding buyer communication. Again, the majority of buyer communication will take place over email. You will receive buyer emails either through your analytics, through email notifications, or by the buyer emailing you directly. The other way to communicate with buyers is via the video chat button on your profile page.